guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a recipe. I'm going to be using the Carnivore pizza crust that I got from Mission Carnivore, and they also got it from someone else, and I'm going to put the screenshots up of the original place where the recipe came from. Originally, if you haven't seen them make it, it was a cracker recipe when we made all kinds of things out of it. They have got a lot of recipes over on their channel, so make sure you go check out Mission Carnivore of things they've done with it. But today, I'm going to attempt pizza rolls. I saw somebody on TikTok eating a salad with pizza rolls on it, which neither one of those things were on my plan, right? But then I was like, pizza rolls sound good, so let me see what I can do with this crust. So we're going to try it 2 different ways and see which one works best. And you can put whatever you want in it, whether you're keto or carnivore. But let's get this video or this recipe started and see how it comes out. All right, guys, for this recipe, for the crust, like I said, I put it up on the screen, but you need white cheddar, 1 cup, which I've already got that in there, Parmesan cheese, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, pork rinds, plain, 2 eggs, and you're gonna just throw all this together. It comes together really, really well as a crust, and it's very versatile, which is why everybody's making so many things out of it. But I've already got my white cheddar in here because I had almost exactly a cup in here that I already had grated. So I threw that in there. But I'm gonna throw all this other stuff in here, and you can leave the seasonings out if you're super strict. But you know, put whatever seasonings you want. I have done the pizza seasoning before. Let me show you which one I've done to use it for like the crackers and things, which would also probably be good in this. This is the Flavor God pizza seasoning, but you can put whatever you want in this. Of course, I always like a lot of garlic, so I'm going with that. But let's get all this mixed together. Also over here, while I'm doing that, I'm making up a little Alfredo sauce. I just do butter, cream cheese, heavy cream, white pepper, garlic, and a little tiny bit of salt, and that's all I put in mine. I just let this all come together and let it get thick, and that's it. And I didn't even measure pretty much anything. So this was a half of a cream cheese that was left that I had from something else. But anyway, let's get this mixed up. I almost forgot, I do put Parmesan in this as well. All right, I got everything in here. Now I'm going to mix it all together. All right, once it all comes together, oops, oven's ready. Sorry about that. I have my oven preheated to 350, by the way. Anyways, once it comes all together, you're going to put it in a sort of a little pile here on your whatever you're making, cookie sheet or pizza pan, whatever you're using. I'm using a cookie sheet today since I'm not trying to make it round. And then we're going to put a piece of parchment on top of it and roll it out into a big rectangle as best we can. All right, so I've got it into a rectangle, and basically if you were making a pizza, this would be the consistency you would want it, but you could just do it round. If you want it to be a huge rectangle, and so you can make more, you can go ahead and double this batch, and that would work better as well. I'm going to use a pizza cutter and cut some smaller rectangles now so that I can have my separate little crusts for the pizza rolls. All right, so I've got these cut. Now, if I were to just put this in the oven like this, this would do no good to cut these because it's just going to melt them back together. So what we're going to do is separate them. I'm going to use my kitchen shears and cut in between them so that we have half of them, and we're going to put in the air fryer and half for the oven. And I see another cut I need to make. But anyways, we will keep them a little bit separate. That way they don't stick together. All right, so I have half on the cookie sheet. And then let me show you the ones in the air fryer. Here are the ones in the air fryer. All right, so the air fryer ones I have tested before. So I'm going to tell you what I did the other day, and we'll see how that goes with more of them in here. But I did 10 minutes on 400. Then I took them out, put the filling in, and then folded them over. And you will have to do a little bit of creasing at the end while they're still hot. But first thing we're going to do is put these in here for 10 minutes, and then we will put the other ones in the oven. All right, so these are doing the same. I'm putting these in the oven at 350, so they may take a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but we're gonna check them in 10 minutes. All right, while that is going, we're going to get together our other ingredients for the middle, for the filling. I've got mozzarella cheese here, pepperoni, and then if you're keto, we've got Rao's or Rao's, and then of course I made the Alfredo for me, but I'm gonna make half with Rao's, half with the Alfredo. And you don't need a whole lot, so I'll have Alfredo left, but you're just putting a little spoonful in there with your pepperonis and your mozzarella, and then doing your fold and tuck, fold and crease method, and I will show you that when all the crusts are done. All right, here are the air fryer ones. I love the color, they come out really nice. So now we're gonna go ahead, this was after 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and put the topping on and fold it over. All right, so the toppings are on, we're going to fold them over. I tore my pepperoni up to make them fit better, just because I think they'll fit inside of here better when they're cooking and all that. So let's just fold these over. All right, so these are folded down. I've been using my fingers, but also I've been using like the edge of this to push it down. A couple of them were not cooperating, so I put a toothpick in there. But after they come out, you're gonna have to push them down a little bit more, and we'll try to seal them up a little bit better. But they're going back in the air fryer for about 2 minutes. All right, so here are the ones from the oven. We're gonna do the same thing with these and then put them back in for about 5 minutes probably in the oven, because it takes a little bit longer, it seems. These were in the oven for 12 minutes, sorry, at 350. So we're gonna probably take a little bit longer with the other process too. So we'll go ahead and get these topped. All right, these are going back in the oven, probably for just a minute or two. We just want everything to come together on the inside so that they'll stick together. All right, the ones in the oven are done. I've already pushed them down. I just took the butter knife and went around the edges and pushed it down. Now they're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna look like the ones from the store, but they're going to be delicious. So let me show you the ones from the air fryer. All right, so here are the air fryer ones. I pushed them down with the butter knife as well, took all the toothpicks out of both. These are the ones with Rayo's, and you can put some dipping sauce on the side. This is that Alfredo sauce, and yeah. So the air fryer, I ended up, remember I told you 2 minutes, but that was the other day when I made 2. So I went ahead and put them in for another 3 or 4 minutes. So just look at them and see if they're the consistency that you want. The oven ones came out pretty crispy. These could probably be a little more crispy. I could let them go a little longer if I wanted. But they both came out really good and going to be delicious for sure. You do want to let these sit for a few minutes before you eat them. 1, they're really hot, but 2, the cheese will set a little bit more. Just like if you're making those cheese tacos out of cheese, you want to let them sit so they can harden a little more. And these will do the same thing. But these are going to be so delicious. I hope you guys try these and let me know down below if you do try them and if you do anything different. I would love to hear about it. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.